Good evening. I'd like to call this meeting for the City of San Juan at 6 p.m. May we rise for invocation, Mr. Arjona?
Yes. Please bow our heads. Dear Father, as we gather here today, we thank you for your blessings you have bestowed upon us. As we start tonight's meeting, we ask for your guidance and wisdom.
Flag for pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated. Do we have any public comments? No? Okay. Go ahead, Mr. Arjona.
Yes, Mayor, Commissioners, good evening, staff, guests. Item A, Mayor, we can maybe skip that one. They couldn't make the meeting, the kids from the PSGA. We'll bring them back at the next meeting.
So we'll put them on the next one?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
The next one is we discussed at the last meeting, the presentation and update by the Hidalgo County Drainage District Number 1. As it relates to 2023 drainage bond program, Mr. Zazzini is here with us to give us a short presentation on the bonds.
So should we just go ahead and skip and go to A and untable that, so that way we can take
We can do that,
you know what I'm saying?
so we can approve it altogether?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. So right now, at this time, under discussion and possible action of the following matters under A, I'm gonna go ahead and make a motion to untable this item. Is there a second? Second. Second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
This matter has been untabled. Go ahead, sir. Thank you so much.
Definitely. Mayor, city council members, and staff and members of the audience, I greatly appreciate you allowing us to come present. For the record, my name is Raul Cecina. I'm the general manager of Hidalgo County Drainage District Number 1, and with me is Mr. Jaime Salazar, my chief of staff. We do have Mr. Armando Garza, chief of staff for Commissioner Cantu, Precinct 2, who is also a board member. So what we're doing is we're going district-wide, educating the public and just presenting what the 2023 bond program is all about. It's been called for an election by the board of directors. It was called in February for next month's voting or election day of May 6th. And we wanted just to make a brief presentation on what we're proposing to do. Just for the benefit of the public, the board of directors does comprise of the judge and the 4 commissioners. The Drainage District is a separate taxing entity. We do work closely with the county, but we are a separate entity than the county. So, but the commissioners and the judge do serve as the board of directors for the Drainage District. In 2018, we had 38 identified tasks. 37 of those were actual projects, in-ground type of construction. And the 38th one was capital acquisition of in-house machinery and equipment. Currently, we are approximately about 27% complete and 50% under construction, so combined about 77%. And then the pending 23 is under, we call it design, but there are some permitting items that are tied to state funding, some acquisitions that are ongoing. The board, when this bond was presented in 2018, the board in my office committed to having projects out for construction within 4 years. 4th year is coming up. We sold the bonds in 2019, so the 4th year it is this year, and we're almost hitting the target. It's a lot of work to get these projects moving to the point of going to construction, but we're proud of where we are right now, that we've got about 77% of it either completed or under construction. So we're going in the right direction. Background on the 2023. So we have been improving drainage infrastructure throughout the county. In-house projects, in-house engineering, along with funding from the 2018 bond referendum, and we've leveraged those monies along with state and federal funds. So we have brought many improvements to the district. With the proper funding in place, we're able to accelerate these projects. We're able to complete these projects more efficiently. So that's basically the background for the 2023 bond. Goals, we are looking to improve our drainage system in our area so we can properly prepare for the heavy rain events that we do get. You know, it seemed like from 2015 till 2020 we had frequent rain events that came more than not. And then last year, we had a little break, and the year before, a little bit of a break, and, this year is forecasting some I guess, not as big of rain or hurricane chances this year, but, you never know, right? All the events that we've had have actually been more rain events concentrated than actual hurricanes that have impacted our area. So our proposal is a $195 million bond proposal. We're looking to mainly invest in our main arteries, what we call our main drainage systems that carry the water out of the cities and rural areas out into Laguna Madre. The tax impact, there is no tax rate impact to Hidalgo County taxpayers. The board, through my office, has managed the debt incurred, so the bond can be issued without increasing the tax rate.
So for the record, there will not be any tax increase.
That is correct. There is no tax rate increase for this proposal. That is
Okay,
correct.
good. Okay, thank you,
Yes,
sir.
sir, Mayor. Proposed projects, we have 26 projects identified. As I mentioned, the majority of the projects are focused on the main veins that we have throughout our system. The exhibit here shows the distribution of those projects that are in red right now. You can see a lot of red lines that indicate a lot of the widening of the systems that are being proposed through this bond issuance. Early voting is April 24th through May 2nd, and the election day Saturday, May 6th. So we appreciate the opportunity to come and make this presentation, Mayor and council members. I'm here to answer any questions you may have.
Any questions at this time?
Our primary question really that we had last meeting was if the taxes were going to go up for the residents with the bonds, but you've already clarified that
Yes,
for
ma'am.
us.
We're no tax rate increase at all. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, again, greatly appreciate you allowing us to come. And again, this is just an education tour. We cannot advocate for or against the bond. We just want to educate the public so they can make an educated decision when it comes time for the election. Okay? Thank you very much.
Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Under
By
discussion.
the way, you have a great library system here. Just want to let you know that. I just wanted to.
She already got a raise.
I just wanted you to know
I
that.
was waiting for you to say
No, I
something.
know.
I was like,
I'm gonna
what?
leave, but I
He
said I
left
better
before saying anything.
Put that in there.
Thank you. Appreciate you very much.
Yes, sir. All right, with that being said, under discussion, let me see, C, right? Okay, is there a motion to approve?
Sorry, it's discussion A, Mayor.
A, I'm sorry. A, I'm sorry. Discussion A. A, I said A.
No. Go
Under
back.
discussion,
Go.
Mayor Pro
The
Tem.
next one.
Yeah, I went out of order
Yeah.
for that item.
Yes,
We
So it's A.
jumped on
Yes.
it. We
Okay, with that being said, is there a motion to approve? Second's been second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you.
We
We're
jumped
good
from-
on that one.
so going back under presentation, Mayor,
Sure.
Commissioners, we have item C, presentation on departmental reports, Department of Planning and Zoning, Department of Parks and Rec, Department of Sanitation, and San Juan Memorial Library. Every director is here, so you have any questions for them. Mayor, but before we start, let me just say a couple of things, a couple of words that thank you all for your hard work and effort and dedication to the city, along with the EDC board. We finally got something coming to the city of San Juan that somebody said blank less at the end. But Mayor, I don't know if you want to take that.
Sure, yes. The good news is that we're officially getting a Whataburger at the great city of San Juan. So I know that everybody likes Whataburger here. So those late meetings, we can go and get us those real nice combos they offer.
Bonnie called it our own.
Yeah. So
Bonnie
fun.
meetings also, special committee.
Special color. So,
We're no longer a waterless city. We're a Waterburger now.
yes, great. And I want to thank the city commission, and I want to thank the EDC as well for making this happen, and obviously we're here for the community, and it's beautiful to hear all this progress going on within our community. It's a proven fact. You can see it. So I'm so excited. I know the community's going to be very excited. Like Mayor Pro Tem mentioned, we were the only city pretty much without a Whataburger. So now we officially got the news today. They're coming. So thank you guys for the EDC, and I want to thank the city as well. So let's give yourselves a big round of applause for all the great work. Thank you.
And there's another one coming in that we cannot say which one.
Not
but
yet.
It's
Not
one
yet,
that
not that one.
everybody's, but yes. Just so you know, we're working on a media presentation, well, not presentation, but to advertise the hotel that is right around the corner to do the groundbreaking, and then along with that, we'll do the Whataburger as well. So that'll be coming here soon, maybe within the next few days.
Perfect.
So every director is here, Mayor Commissioners. Do you have any questions for
Okay.
them?
Any questions for the directors at this time?
Mayor, if I may?
Yes, ma'am, go ahead.
Not a question, but it's just a concern. I know we have ordinances for cameras and things like that for our businesses. So I just want to make sure that we're enforcing that and following up on that. I'm not sure what the process would be as far as like a business that's already been established and maybe their cameras are down. But I just want to make sure that we have all our businesses in following our ordinance, just to ensure the safety of the business itself and anybody coming in to venture in there. So whatever we need to do to make sure we make those rounds and make sure that we are following the ordinances. Thank you.
Mr. Garza, a question, Mr. Garza. Great job on all the work you all do. I do know that it's a continuing problem with the dumping that's happening right here off South Houston, right there with that neighborhood and the drainage system. Now, it's not, they don't drive in and dump, but they dump seemingly all the time, like if it's a known fact, it's a known area to dump, you know what I'm saying? So we need to on the edge. They don't drive in, they jump it right there on the edge. I was suggesting maybe, Mr. Cifuentes, if we can look at something, or maybe some cameras or something to start, going after somebody. It seems to me that it's a certain amount of, a certain group of people keep on doing this. And I think if we start enforcing it, that we can make a dent in that and find out and start cleaning that up. It's just, it's a great, tremendous job the way you all clean it up right away and stuff. But having to do that, we can eliminate that and let these people know that we're not going to tolerate the dumping just wherever they want. We have cleanups, we have things like that, we have things in place. But I think getting with Mr. Cifuentes and maybe enforcing or have a little bit more visibility there, and we need to find them, let's find them. But whatever it takes. But I just think that it's become such a natural occurrence that, some of these people just think it's okay to do it. I think if we start educating them on that, we'll be okay. Yes, the camera, yeah, they can, and then maybe some signage that lets them know there's camera, you're being watched, or something like that would be a deterrent. So, thank you guys.
Were you able to figure it out on corner of Stewart and Castillo Drive? Remember that big drain thing, picture?
That's part of the construction site that we are addressing at this point. Danny, myself, Mr. Tejeda, and myself, we've been on the phone practically since the last rain, since we encountered that problem. However, we haven't been able to make contact with the contractors. We're on it. We're on it. I know Danny made some calls today and sent some emails, so hopefully we'll get some response.
Any other questions? If not, we'll go ahead and move on. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, under public hearing ordinances, we have a public hearing for a rezoning request from single-family resident district to multifamily resident district of the 3.24 acre tract of land out of the south 5 acre tract of lot 16, block 8, John Clauser subdivision, as requested by Javier Peña. Mr. Tejerina.
Yes, good afternoon, Mayor and City Commissioners. This item, it's a rezoning request by Mr. Peña. The acreage is 3.25 acre tract of land, and it's on North Raul Longoria by the Dollar General. So what this gentleman's done, he's purchased already the portion behind the existing Dollar General, the portion above the Dollar General, and then another portion above the Dollar General. So his proposal is to keep what's commercial on the two parcels, north of Dollar General commercial, and on the rear and all of it make apartment complexes. So this is a rezoning request for that purpose. The current zoning of the property is single family, and the proposal is to change it to multifamily. The the property, we've already seen a plat for this that'll be brought to you later on. And it's in compliance with the future land use map and the surrounding land uses and zonings. We did mail 70 notices to property owners within a 200-foot radius. We published it in the newspaper as well. We didn't receive any comments in favor or against this request. We presented this to the Planning Commission on Thursday, February 6th. We got a 6-0 unanimous approval recommendation of this rezoning. Staff is recommending approval of this rezoning from single-family to multifamily. This is a public hearing.
All right. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and open this up at 6:15 p.m. Is there anyone here for or against? For or against? Any questions, members of the commission, for Mr. Tejerina?
It's gonna be only the back part, right? Because the
Only-
front stays as the commercial, right?
Yes, the front will remain commercial, yes, sir.
Good, good.
All right. With that being said, I'm going to close this at 6:16 p.m. Is there a motion to approve? I'll second that. All those in favor say aye. Motion carries. Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
The
Mayor.
next item is to hold a public hearing of an ordinance for the voluntary annexation petition of the Stewart Cove subdivision, which is 16.579 acre tract of land out of lots 1 and 6 towards addition to the Conway Gardens located at the northwest corner of Moore and Stewart Road, as requested by Joyce Salt Lake Living Trust. Mr. Tejerina.
Thank you, Mr. Arjona. Mayor, Commissioners, this is part of a large development that's coming into our city. A portion of this land is outside the city. We've seen a lot of this already come as part of the process before you. So this afternoon, the property owner submitted the petition for voluntary annexation, and we've already gone through several portions of this piece. This one in particular is just the first public hearing for the ordinance itself. So it's just that, to hold the first public hearing to approve the ordinance to annex this acreage voluntarily into the city. Staff recommends approval. This is a public hearing.
With that being said, I'm going to open this up at 6:17 p.m. Is there anyone here for or against? For or against? Any questions, members of the commission? If not, I'll close this at 6:17 p.m. Is there a motion to approve? Second? Okay. You got that, Brenda? Mayor Pro Tem, second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. There was 3 seconds.
Only one, please.
Go ahead. Go ahead, sir.
Under
We're good.
discussion and possible action, we already did item A.
Yes, sir.
So item B, we have preliminary final plat approval of the Starlight subdivision being 11.02 acre tract of land out of Lot 1, Lehman subdivision, and a .60 acre tract of land out of Lot 6, ML Woods, tract number 3, subdivision as requested by Trevino Engineer. Mr. Tejerina.
Thank you, Mr. Arjona, Mayor and City Commissioners. This plat has been in the works for some time now. It's an 11-acre tract of land. It's a total of four commercial lots along the expressway corridor. Lots 1 and 2 Lot 1 is where Barrett Motors is at currently. Lot 2 is where Indian Motors is at. And Lot 3 is vacant. Lot 4 is also vacant. You have an exhibit showing if you pull this exhibit out, you could see the lot layout and configuration. So at this time, now finally, we've dotted all the i's and crossed all the t's, and it's before you this afternoon for preliminary and final plat approval. 4 lots, 11 acres. We do note that this subdivision was approved by the City Commission January 2021, but the subdivision plat was never recorded, so they had to come back and they resubmitted everything, and now we've reviewed everything and we're ready to move forward. So staff recommends approval, subject to compliance with all the conditions that we've already discussed with them our in-house consulting engineer and all of staff. So this matter is now before you. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. They just have to comply with water, sewer, storm, all the requirements, the fire hydrants for the subdivision. Yes, ma'am. Extension, and, expand, everything that we've discussed, all the comments are in the report, and the actual plat itself is in your packet as well, showing the layouts. So basically, it's just complying with the subdivision ordinance.
So these ones you said, 1, 2, and 3 will be facing approach on the expressway? And then you're gonna have one lot facing to the backside, Lionel Sargent Trevino. Right. Right?
Yes, this is, lots 1 is there, 2 is in, lot 3 has frontage, and then lot 4 has frontage to Sergeant Trevino, which the expressway corridor is. Yes.
You wanna see that?
This is, lot 1 is Barrett Motors, lot 2 is Indian, lot 3 has frontage, and this lot 4 exits onto Sergeant Trevino.
This is expressway. This is
I don't
the
know what they're
entrance, lot 3.
going to build here or here.
But right here on lot 4, is that gonna be like a multi, or, because this is already zoned, ain't it?
Yeah,
It's commercial?
expressway
Oh,
corridor.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
No, the
No.
corridor is what runs all the way to,
commercial for retail uses.
well,
Okay.
the south side.
Okay,
side,
yeah, so, okay,
There'll be the south side of.
okay, yeah, I just wanted to make sure that, I was kind of a little confused there.
Yes, sir.
Got it, got it, got it.
Because I know in the past, they've come and tried to.
Right.
Yes, sir, Mayor.
Exactly.
Commissioners.
Correct. And I'd hate to prove something like that. Okay, all
I
right.
don't know if anyone's here with, si quiere, I don't know if you would like, he's here with the, with this project, if you wanna,
Sure, he can come up and state his name
you wanna
for the,
tell the commission what your project started?
Lot in the back, that was, you were asking the question, the lot facing the
Correct.
back road? Yeah, right
Sergeant,
now,
you know.
there's no, they haven't decided. I know Mr. Tejeda told me about multifamily, it was not, so they don't have
because
that.
it's zoned commercial
Correct,
in that back area.
yeah, so right now, I think they're looking into either some new renters to come in and make also like probably, yeah, retail
Yeah,
or shops, like mechanic shops, something like that. There's somebody already asking for that area.
Mechanic shops won't fall under retail use, so.
Yeah, I think it's somebody, something related with the motorcycles, because I already saw the motorcycles and the cars, so they say somebody that's, I think, selling custom parts, I think that's what they're asking.
We'll look at that, Mayor, whenever that comes in. Right now, it's just subdivision.
Sure.
But I know that the mayor, we brought and amended the expressway corridor in July of last year
Mhm.
for retail uses.
Correct.
No automotive, paint body, nada de eso se permite, just.
Yeah, I mean, just as long as it stays commercial, and whatever, the investor decides to bring in there has to go through a process.
Right.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
they
They
gotta
already-
go through Mr. Tejerina and everything
correct,
else.
and I already
So,
explained that to him.
okay, well, good, thank you, sir.
Okay.
I appreciate that. What was your name for the record?
Tomás Alviso?
Tomas?
Yeah, with Texas GNS.
Thank you. All right, any other questions? If not, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Unanimous.
Yes.
Okay.
The next item is a variance request to the subdivision ordinance for the Plantation High subdivision, being a 21.68 acre tract of land out of Lot 1, Block 14, John Cluster subdivision located approximately a quarter of a mile south of Hall Acres Road along the east side of Veterans Boulevard, is requested by Quintanilla Headley and Associates. Ms. Tejerina?
Yes, on this, we received a variance request from Quintanilla Headley's office, Alfonso Quintanilla's office. The applicant, Mr. Garza, and his wife, and a representative from Alfonso Quintanilla's office is here. what happened is this subdivision was approved February 3rd, 2022. So after some time passed by, a gas line came into play, and it reduced some of the lots. And the recorded, or the subdivision is in here for your review. And if I may, it's just these, this is north, this is veterans, and these are the only three lots they're asking for a variance that'll be less than the required lot depth and square footages, but they do, in essence, meet that. Also, they're requesting a variance to not install the sidewalk along Veterans Boulevard. So variance number 1 is just for 3 lots, 15, 16, and 17, which we don't see a problem with after further reviewing it. And this just came up. It's reducing those 3 lots, so we don't have a problem with recommending approval of the variance of those 3 lots, 15, 16, and 17. And because there are no sidewalks on Veterans from Hall Acres and Plantation in that area, we don't have a problem with also them not having to install a sidewalk in that area as well. That is our recommendation. Eulalio Ramirez with Quintanilla Henley is here. He's the engineer. Mr. Garza and his wife are here. If you have any questions for me or for, you want to introduce?
Lalo Ramirez with Quintanilla Helena Associates, represent the clients.
I understand what you're trying to do, that you don't want a sidewalk on that street because it's continuous to this side also, we don't have one.
Right.
But inside the
Yes.
colonia, sí van a tener?
Yes.
You're gonna have inside the, okay.
So is it, speaking about the inside, the subdivision as far as the sidewalks,
Yeah, building
ADA
permit time.
compliant, ADA compliant as well?
Yes, sir.
Everything?
It's just on the, where,
Yeah,
it
just,
doesn't flow to where, on the outside, right? The outside's not,
only along Veterans.
Yes.
only on that veterans.
They're requesting not to install a sidewalk along Veterans, but internally, they will comply with sidewalks.
Yes, it's across
Sophomore
Plantation, you know, the golf course, on the other side, San Juan side.
We have a drainage
No
ditch there,
continuing
and we
sidewalk
have a
regardless,
canal
right?
there, so it's impossible to have.
There's no
part of
continuing
the
sidewalk regardless.
sidewalk
right?
there.
Correct, no.
No hay sidewalk path.
We originally recommended it out based on the code, but after we spoke with the gas company and they submitted the revised layout, you know, we had to submit this into the system so the agenda could be printed. But now after seeing this, we don't have a problem with either variance. So that's.
All right, with that being said, I'll go ahead and make a motion to approve. Been second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Under consent agenda, Mayor Commissioner, we have item A and B. Those are the only 2 items listed. If you have any questions on any of those, we can always pull them out for further discussion.
Under consent agenda, is there anything we need to amend or modify? Amend or modify? If not, is there a motion to approve? All those in favor say aye. Motion carries, and is there a motion to adjourn, right? I'll second that. All those in favor say aye. This meeting has been adjourned at 6:29 PM.